Let the Chinese follow. Hey. Huh? Yes.
Abusia mama mo akwa from like Black Media. Abusia enura eni nya ntiye se Ghana police penipa woda no Christian Tetteh Yohunu one new IGP our Ghana police ano abusia watimi follow a leading the boys ama omako sama boy akwache Galamseyers ana illegal say minus mako 26 abusia sa nipa mako 26 no enchiremu eba eni say emu 6 China for 2 aka Korean and afenso so no mako 18 na aka no abusia omo Ghana for na abusia ensam ne munchire mu kire se IGP Christian Tetteh Yohunu and the boys ekọ ahomache nonum ana omu yusu 12 hours don hwere mako dumienu na omode ye sa operation we say de cheche sa illegal minus mako 26 ho asema ye kan na abusia ensam ne munchire mu kire ye se chairman entwibu asiako Wontumi na ukopiem wo saman boy ho no ma ono Galamseyers omoye sa illegal mining no Christian Tetteh Yohunu new IGP police sa hene ene the boys akwache chama Wontumi ewekasi na ensem no enchiremu no panipa wono ene da Ghana Forest Commission ebekas wono ene deputy CEO friend se wopanyini alekem kotoko abusia wono na de ensem atudwa omo koye no omo anyanentiye se sa mining site no chairman entwibu asiako Wontumi site akonta mining ene emle bi atwa mu ho nsam gibrore ye beka na adodan kwa akufuado ebeka se akonta mining enye illegal mining na emum woni lances ne ho yi na chairman entwibu asiako Wontumi so ebeka bi no eno na deputy CEO wono ne da Ghana Forest Commission your friend say Elikim Kotoko edi tudwa say sanchire we no mokwache ye no kire say chairman twibu asiako Wontumi boys na edi sa dwuma no ho na abusia Eratus Asaredonko afie twa mu no abosome enkono no de toso aduonu enso on the 27th of September we wura iba abonten ade hwehwemu bebre eba ya kire say wukopie mu wo saman bo ho no mu dia ene Galamseyers yi sensu pa enye ketwa na abusia kamoni nkonkotie nsam no mu di so ne nkyeremu ne mra sisi
Let the Chinese follow. Let the Chinese follow. Hey. Huh? Yes.
And say, "Ha, muya de ha. Amuya de black."
No, they said all of them to come. Who's in the day? No, they're three next time.
Omu is slow back.
Count them.
old days, 1960s. So by to gold or formally. And we have big massive gold mines and no more gold mines and no near the other. I check name a honey a woman.
Okay.
Okay. No, a honey mining near the other. Now, large scale mining, no, a good year. Almost the money companies where they are Amaka. And now, almost shaft. Also, almost underground mining. And the shaft near the underground meaning now.
Okay.
Now, don't want to do massive and then important more. And on a joining mines in echo. It will have to say no. Galamseyers for I take you over those shafts. And now, it be no so afa sa ahokwano. And who said gold war assassination? It is say, I will be back for normal license and a company now be large scale mining license necessary. No, it's the sort of boho buying. Now, Omami are responsible mining. No, so be a twin. Enti osho dumasia efritete enoma tutu ensasena anti obi rani fie na so bia okoda ana okoye aduane bia dia na bibia da bi efie ni nyina na e Galamseyers pe enti owura fie no mu a okọ underground so wo hwe no owuram na so udi na chi a obepie kono do ha enti wo hwe odumase apebo so and then important hono konwa o hwe run about to be a hwefie bi si hona udu ani kan be hu say diner senke a crack a form na crack sa akọ enu bi na abaye ya onyemi
abaye no kwa osanyim
no onyem
erade
according to nipa no mo kasa ina tese onyem na o toilet no fie ho efisia na toilet wo ho
anya bonte so kra fie ni mu a toilet
a tese fie krom so no modumase apebo so e krom etu o toilet o se toilet no so ha toilet ni na menam gum e ho la twans na wawu ye the excavator ena etu form esa oni toilet ni nyina basro na ohine yakoye sa story no anoma bakra so oni enkasa nipa mienu pe ena o me bold a o se da bia de na haye ye bekasa ena o ka ho asem panyifo a wo krum ho ni nyina ahase enti ntu ase enti wo fie bi o mo chekire mi fie bebre masa mi footage ne kire wa ura fie no ma say amana ewo enti efie na wo ho ni na ye didi ase sa e bi linki we it is just a matter of time and na nyina bebu
jadai ni na sensoro
sa enne ya me no ka sa video na wo hwe no be last year enso so enne asa kum nipa ba kwa ka ho eze nipa mienu na ewu o sa de no ho oduma enso o mota so ye o munyae omoda so ye nyina odumase a omunyae na ukọkọnọnwo de no nso akoye te say baby abenya bia no nya opportunity bia na de excavator akosi na
wutu se krom finfiro se hi na wutu ko
eduhwe ensio owere no bia yesusu ano no owere na da ho fefe sa ahwede ne ade won nkyenti ekudware mu ani etwa ahwede ni biare e fe na ahwede kokọ
okay
and then tutu ni na tunsu no kwa kwa hu na ensu na hu na egota etu have valley na kani e don to su ni nyado ani ade wum e ben lor pan ho hu na sa no and then sa valley ni na ye de stability sa kokuma tu ni na madani amana kwa etu ye hwe ho enyi so enti asefem se ukọ ne mpotamo benum asenom ekọ ne mpotam kono ekọ na chi ene ade na ho ja motutu nyina
na mitio sinia
na eno no me enya me nwanwa firi se enya honkwa na mahu se yeye bi sa afiwi ene afi etwam ni no Galamseyers no ma ne hom ne so pa na yedwen se yeye documentaries ye kasa ho ane ade na bi anka ban me ka ban president a otiswe one na pamfo komo ebe di niam bi begu akwan mu ama aba fam dadi say nsuo bi e wo Ghana ha bi asai ohene etise okoko na wankasa watamfo asewu nsuo wiase nyina tuntimi nya nsuo no sa ye de enye atamfo na ese no yen ha womra minerals and mining regulations excess ye mining e wo nsuo ho enye mumpo nsuo na ho kra no achi amra e betimi do akotum fie no so ene wokọ ofin atwamponua abesua abompe sankrunkru na toato aso ni nyina dunkwa ekwan ho nyina dunkwa de nkwa de ben police barrier omo tinsu no so a ohu se police barrier no wona chepe
as a mangranzo ufri wa na we police barrier
ai eso bi enfi omo ye adwuma omo tinsu no so bese champagne bese 300 ni kuso sa na yensu a agebetimi e dia do nyadoa emokoni ade won chen ni nyina asai enan kobra champagne guso okobre mu president national region champagne gubre mu no so sa ana omo hono no ko ankobra the same thing oko pristia axim kwane so onzema kwana ba bia ankobra na dane nyina omo ye mining won chen so sa kosi estuary ho ankobra town ene oda ada sentimental ma oda no o de yahwe nyi otin fa nwa fu so otin fa nya hwe awudure wom anya asem keto ayen se sabi ekọ kwame commercial pom ekọ ye test ehu awuduro dodo a ewomu a in case awudwarem ana wote hu duadua no bae kwa ho a udi a obenya problem
nsusanso ho
na esa sansunsanso na madako se udi ya no nya nsusanso nti etimi take bi a 10 years 15 years na fe na we liver na kidneys how
eseba
enu nti amanfo ohunu.
We have people who are monitoring the various reserves and other areas for us and the water bodies. They give us periodic updates with pictures. And so with Tanwanya, if you remember, the backstory is that elements in the previous administration, the MPP government, invaded that part of the forest.
Sure.
In fact, in the Awin municipality, an MPP executive sent Chinese miners there illegally, and they destroyed a large part of it. Now, when power changed hands, we realized that there are groups who are, and let me mention here, NDC groups, who claim their party has come to power, and so they are also taking over and they are mining. We've also heard of certain elements who are reaching out to the Galamseyers kingpins who were working and fronting for the previous administration, that they were going to work with them. Now, subsequently, we've seen them pitch camp in the forest and have done a lot of damage to the forest already, and they are still doing it. In fact, when I investigated, I found out that every person I spoke with was mentioning the name of the MP for our win. And so I reached out to him and asked him about it, but he has denied involvement. He rather admits that yes, he has advocated that if they are giving people the chance to mine, then they should also give these boys, who he describes as party boys, to us a chance to also mine. And I've been asking him whether that does not amount to endorsing an illegality, because these groups do not have any licenses and cannot follow the roadmap as enshrined in our laws concerning how to mine in a forest reserve. In fact, since then, one group led by one Karim, a known NDC activist, has pitched camp in one section of the forest. There is another one called Baron, who has also pitched camp in another side of the forest. There is one they call Mahama Bodyguard, who is also equally, his real name is Eugene, also pitching camp with his groups, to the extent that they've been fighting with guns, and 2 people have already died from their own lot, and the destruction still goes on. To me, that is what is worrying, especially coming out of a regime that paid no heed to the destruction that has gone on in our forest.
Now, you say that anybody you spoke to, all the persons you spoke to,
pointed fingers at the member of parliament. What specifically did the member of parliament for this area? And if you're talking about the Awin constituency, it means you're talking about the Honorable Oscar Ofori-Labi, right?
Yes.
What did he say to you when you spoke to him?
Well, so specifically, he told me that he is not involved in any way. And I asked him the questions. First, I wanted to find out whether he has no interest at all in mining in the area. He said no. And whether he has not spoken with even the concessionaire on granting him a part of the area to mine. That information I got from the ground. He said no. He has never called that concessionaire. There are key people within the party I spoke with who were all confirming that those boys are his boys. So
when you say key people within the party, which party, Rastas?
I'm referring to the NDC party in our wing.
Okay.
And he said that he knows them, those who are mining there, he knows them to be party boys. And that at one point in time, he had advocated that if they were giving chance to other people to mine in the forest, then they should equally give those boys a chance to mine. And that's why I asked him whether that is not condoning an illegality and supporting an illegality. And he said, well, he just advocated and he has no interest or involved in any way. But Winston, my point is that, you see, mining in the forest reserve, it's a very restricted business. The Forestry Commission guards the various forests with their lives. In fact, there are forest guards who will be able to even fish out somebody who is cutting a tree, just a single tree in the forest, and they will be able to fish you out. Not alone cutting excavators, over 17 of them, into that forest. If you do not have any strong political backing or strong force behind you, you will never be able to achieve that. And that is what has happened in the previous era, where people who were powerful in government supported certain key individuals within the party to take excavators into the forest to destroy it. And that is my premise, that we should not be condoning that kind of impunity. In fact, as we speak, the Apamprama Forest Reserve has lost about 50% of it. They are now pits and gullies. We are now looking for money to reclaim, and we are talking about millions of dollars. Already, the $103 million that came from the World Bank for that restoration project, I have checked on the ground. I have not seen it. I'm challenging the previous administration. If they used it for restoration, they should come up and show us where they did that reclamation with the money, so we can go and check. But we are creating more conditions for more loss to the taxpayer, because as we keep on invading these forests and digging haphazardly and mining illegally, we are creating more key areas for reclamation, which is very expensive. And already we are not even getting any tax from these illegalities that we are perpetrating. So I really think that this calls for an emergent situation.
Your call has been put on hold. Please
and
wait.
already I am happy that
Your
after I posted it on my Facebook page and did the story on Joy, I'm having key people in government at the seat of government calling. And in fact, they are giving me a roadmap that is starting today, that they are going to go on the ground. I am happy, and I'm still
that
monitoring
roadmap that you talk
happens.
about, Erastus, that roadmap that you talk about, finally, what is it?
Well, they are telling me that starting from today, they are going to move on the ground and they are going to flush those people out. They also say they are not going to do things like the previous administration, and that they are going to work with us. I'm looking forward to it. It's a good start, because in the previous administration, even when we sent our works to the various ministers in their WhatsApp portfolios, they never responded. They never reached out to even say, we're going to work with you, or we are acting on this, or we are acting on that. So that's a bold step. It's a good step.
Okay.
But I'm waiting my breath to see what will happen at the end of today, and in the course of the coming days concerning our polluted rivers and the invasion of our forest reserves.
Now, finally, so you say following the change of government, some of these boys have also moved into the forest, believing now that they can also degrade the forest, damage the forest in search of gold.
Exactly, and it's not limited to one forest. In fact, after airing that story, I'm hearing a lot of reports with pictures from the Takwa area, from the Dumping area, parts of the western region, even the Tano Nimre Forest Reserve, where Chairman Wontumi invaded illegally. They have also invaded that place as well. They've gone to the Yoyo Forest Reserve, also within the Samreboy enclave, and they've invaded those parts as well.
Okay.
And that is where I think a strong statement from the current administration to show that they will not condone that impunity will rivet across the entire Galamsey field and send a strong message out there to people that this is not the way to go.
All right, Erastus Asaridonko, thank you very much for joining us. We know that you would, keep following up on this. Go back.
Yeah, you met me here in the morning. Yes, I met you in the morning. The whole purpose. So maybe you be secret man for here or something. No. Forget
Abuja baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bomode se woni me bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e frɛ ne se eye sika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo fom wo bema ye ketwa brabeji bula matali eduro bi na wo bema enye kese watimi abo adwuma so ache e wo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abuzuan no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim a ye frɛ ne se mpanifo akwankyere ana se wo betima frɛ back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet e wo ho se wo se ne ti bi obeku bomode so be fa numbers ne gu screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebrim wi a me bomode se me kyerɛ wo ne wo beye